Make sure this is working. Oh, get this thing set up. Come on. All right. Hello. Hi. I'm here, but I did not know you could do custom thumbnails on live streams until today. And Chase Elliott just won the poll, so I made that my thumbnail. I've been doing live streams for, oh gosh, a couple years now, and I just figured that out. I'm slow with technology sometimes, but I'm going to go ahead and tweet this, and then I'll start answering questions, talking to you guys. That's two. All right. Okay. All right. What's up, guys? I'm back in the live stream. How you guys? How's the Larson got fourth? I have not looked at the full standings, but I saw Kyle Busch got 10th because he's one of the favorites, I'd say. Harvick got on the front row, Elliott on the pole. Ooh, who else? I think Kurt Busch was up there. DiBenedetto, I think he had a good qualifying run. Blaney had a top 10, I believe, in the qualifying run. Oh, man. You know, I could just pull it up. Just go open another tab. All right. But yeah, Phoenix. As you guys know, we are back on that 2018 package. It's known as the short track package for NASCAR. Smaller spoilers, different splitter. Body, I think there's some differences in the body. We're back to the 750 horsepower low downforce. So that is what we are on for the short tracks, and that includes Phoenix, which includes the championship race. This is the first time in quite a while we've had a championship race that will have an earlier race in the season. We haven't had that in quite a while, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, I think it'll be a good race. Harvick, Busch are the favorites. Harvick is the all-time winner there. Kyle Busch has won a lot there in recent memory. Last year, 2018, most recent winner, Denny Hamlin, but I don't think that's relevant just because that was a completely different package. Gibbs, I think, will be fast here. But Kyle Busch won this race 2 years ago, and then in the fall, that was in the fall, and then in the spring, it was Harvick. So I'd say those are the two favorites. I also think Elliott's a favorite, though. He's had some really good runs at Phoenix. 2017, he was really, really close to winning. Truex has to drop to the rear, by the way. He made a qualifying run for pit selection, but he has to drop to the rear for an engine change. He qualified 12th, according to NASCAR.com. Yeah, he qualified 12th, but he will be dropping to the rear. But yeah, Elliott has had some good runs. He's been up front, won some stages. He's crashed out of the top 5. He's been running top 5, blown a tire or something, had bad luck. I think he's got a really good shot this weekend. He's got a really fast car. First time he's using the UniFirst colors. I think it'll be interesting. I think he'll have a shot. I'll give my race pick here in a minute once I read through these questions. What are the stats for the qualifying? Stats for qualifying. Elliott, Harvick. Elliott had the fastest time at a 26.065, which is 138.116 miles per hour. Harvick was second. He was less than a tenth off. Same with Hamlin. Hamlin qualified third. Larson fourth. Blaney fifth. Almirola sixth. Kurt Busch seventh. Bowman eighth. Benedetto ninth. Kyle Busch 10th. Jimmy Johnson had a poor qualifying around 21st. He said that it's been a challenge this weekend with that car, so I think that'll be interesting. All right, where's Truex? Stats for qualifying. Hello to everyone. I'm sorry if I didn't answer you, but hello. I've been sending tweets out to say this exists and all that kind of stuff. So sorry if I missed something. I mean, there's not a lot. I didn't miss much. I missed a hello. Excited for the race. Surprise Larson got fourth. What's up? All right. What What's the next race? Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta is next week, and then Homestead, and then something else after that. Who do you think will have a shot tomorrow? Yeah, I just touched on this. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick. If we look at the old packages, which is what we're on the 2018 package. They had the best runs there. They won both those races in 2018. I think Elliott's got a really good car this weekend. He's had some good runs in the past at Phoenix with the old and new packages, has been running in the top 5. He's crashed out of the top 5. He's blown a tire in the top 5. I think he's got a good shot. He'll be up there by the stage 1. Are you talking about Truex? That's who I'm assuming. You were the one asking. Parker, you were the one asking about Truex. Taco Bell. Good stuff. Favorite Chase Elliott scheme? Last year they ran that yellow on the Napa instead of the white. I really like that. If we're talking all time, that's a good question. This year I would say, I like the Hooters. The Mountain Dew, it's unique. I liked last year's better, or at least the one ran at Martinsville, not the one in the Clash with camo. UniFirst is meh. I didn't like it that much on Byron's car. I still don't like it that much. What other sponsors? The Kelly Blue Book's all right. This year, I'd say it's the Napa or the Hooters. Yeah, the Napa Brakes car was nice too. The black and yellow, that darkish yellow, but I would really like the bright blue and the bright yellow at the Las Vegas playoff race. Interstate battery scheme. Yeah, I don't know why Jones and Kyle Busch switched sponsors this week. That was weird. That was really weird to me. I don't know why they did it. Oh, it just felt unnecessary, if you ask me, but no, what do I know? Sunny D car. I love the Sunny D car. I absolutely love it. That's one of the best schemes all year. I think the best paint scheme this year so far has been the Ryan Blaney Kobe tribute. Will Larson do good tomorrow? Yeah. He qualified 4th. Yeah, you said that earlier, I think. Yeah, Larson 4th. He's had some good runs in the past, but he's also had some not good runs. But I think he could be up there, especially with how well Chevy's been doing. Not just Hendrick, but Ganassi as well. Has it set in that Chase Elliott will be returning to the number 24? I love your product. Keep up the good work. Thank you, JD75. It means a lot. It really does. To everyone watching this right now, thank you so much. To everyone who watches, subscribes, all that stuff. It means a ton. But yeah, Chase Elliott back to the 24. It's in a truck, so I haven't seen that yet, but it'll be interesting. I have a lot of 24 gear. I have a shirt. I have a couple hats here. Chase Elliott 24 hat. My first Chase Elliott hat was a 24 hat. It's somewhere around here. Got a lot of hats sitting around. I got a shirt. I have some cars, that kind of stuff, but I'm used to seeing him in the 9 in the Cup Series already. In the 24, Byron, that set in. I'm a Gordon fan before anything. So seeing anyone else in the 24 is already weird enough. In the Cup Series, but Truck Series, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me as much, but yeah. Let's see. Scroll. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. My favorite paint scheme at the Clash, was that the dark yellow with this year's Clash or last year's? Because of this year's, I like that one a bit. I think I rated it in my paint scheme preview like an 8.0. Did you ever root for Dale Jr.? I like Dale Jr. I think he's a great guy. I think he's got a great perspective on the sport, and he brings a lot with his popularity. I liked seeing him win because he knew how to celebrate. But yeah, I like him. I like him for sure. I don't think that's a question, but it's with the most popular driver, you got some fans. I mean, there are even Elliott fans that are a little extreme when it comes to just rooting for their driver. They call him the greatest of all time, say your driver's not even close to my driver kind of thing. And that irritates me a bit. Like, it's like there is reality. You got to accept the facts that there are drivers that are better than your guy. So, yeah. Who do you think is the best driver currently? Jimmy. But since Jimmy's retiring after this year, it's going to be Kyle. Not even close. It'll be after Jimmy retires, it'll be Kyle, Harvick, Truex will be up there, but it's Kyle for sure is going to be the best once Jimmy retires. Okay. I'm showing buffering right here. Can you guys see this? Hello? Is this working? Or is this just my Wi-Fi? Okay, sweet. All right. I just hate, like, that's like when you're watching a live stream and then it just crashes or something or it burns out. You're like, oh, what's going on? But good. Let's go through the rest of the field. Bubba threw like 1 and 2 on his qualifying run. He was like ahead of Elliott. I was like, if Bubba Wallace steals the pole, that's impressive. But he ended up qualifying 27th, so he did not carry it through 3 and 4. Timmy Hill and Joey Gase starting 37th, 38th. That's upsetting as a Timmy Hill and Joey Gase. It keeps buffering a bit, but it calmed. I don't know if that helped. I moved it like 3 inches. Yeah, sorry if it's lagging, but they force you, if you have under 1,000 subscribers, to use your computer for live streams, which is unfortunate because I do not have the highest quality of camera with my computer. My phone's got a higher quality, so I wish I could use that, but still need 431 more subscribers to get that on a live stream. No pressure. I am a Thunder fan, yes. And thank you, Juan the Leprechaun, for the subscription. It means a lot. Yes, I am a Thunder fan. I'm also a Texas fan, so I watched Kevin Durant in college, followed him through the NBA. He's a Thunder fan for a few years, and then he left. So I was like, it's kind of hard to leave a team you've been rooting for 8 years or so. So I stayed loyal to the Thunder. Glad Durant's out of Golden State. Let me tell you. Yeah, I'm not a soccer fan, but I'll watch the NBA. But NFL, it depends on the game. Kings fan. Ooh. They're not having a hot year, but they missed out in that one draft. They didn't get Luka or Trey. Stuck with Bagley. Yeah, man. I'm happy that Elliott got the pole. I think that's his first one this year. What else is happening in the sports world? Do I think? I think it's a possibility. It depends on their schedules, what they're willing to do. If they can get a ride, I mean, they can't just like show up and hope something happens. They got to have an opening. Tony Stewart owning that team would help a lot. If someone like Jeff Gordon were to try to do it, I think it'd be a little bit more difficult. Obviously, Junior Motorsports is an affiliate to Hendrick or whatever, so I think that would help out a bit. But it would be hard to get them in a car because they got 3 or 4 full cars, so I don't think they could get another one. And if they did for one race, is it really worth it? But I'm sure if it came open, I wouldn't be surprised if Gordon did it. That's an NBC race, so he wouldn't have to cover it at all. IndyCar, Formula One, rarely. If it's on, I'll watch it. But like with Formula One, like half the time I'm asleep when it's on. Like it'll be at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 4 a.m. It's like I'm asleep. I need to sleep. But if it's like a 11 o'clock race, I might watch it. IndyCar, I watch the Indy 500 every year, but I don't tune in like every week or anything. Allmendinger running it would make sense with his road course success. He's got a connection with a team, colleague, racing. But yeah, just looked at my first video. Oh my, I'm sure it was terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be like my 1,000 subscribers special. I'm gonna react to my first video, and I just know it's gonna be cringy and terrible. When did I start liking NASCAR? That is a great question. 2010. 2010. My first race was in the fall Texas race in 2010. Denny Hamlin won that race. Fun time. Imagine if Boris Said returned to run. Oh, if Boris Said returns, I will make an effort to get to Indianapolis and meet Boris Said. Not really, but I love Boris Said. How could you not love Boris Said? Do you remember Marco Sambras? Yes, of course I do. The Australian, the guy who made who was it? Larry Mack eat Vegemite on live TV. Marco Sambras is a treasure. He is an international treasure. I remember his wins at Watkins Glen. I remember his battle with Allmendinger in 2014. He crashed out in like 2013. I remember him throwing his helmet at his car because he was pissed off. I liked him. He seemed like a really good guy. So I rooted for him. I really wished the best for him. Like they would show those stats where they're like, man, he has a top 5 average at road courses when he finishes, but then on ovals he's got like a 30th place average. And I'm like, man, Marcos, when he's running like 29th, I'm like, man, Marcos, you're gonna bring your average down if you lose another spot. You better get up there, Marcos. You better get that guy in front of you. You better get up to Brian Scott. I saw your comment on Brian Scott. Oh, Brian Scott. I remember he won one of the most random poles ever at Talladega in like 2014. Yeah, I saw that video, by the way, Parker, but oh my gosh, what a freaking random pole. He just goes up there and gets a pole at Talladega. Leave it to Brian Scott, guys. Man, what a meme. You got Boris Said's autograph? How did it feel to be in the presence of an all-time great? Like, I just can't even imagine. That had to have been top 5 life moment right there. Man, I like doing these live streams. It's a good time. We're talking about Boris Said in 2020. That's when you know you're doing something right. When you're talking about Boris Said in 2020, that's when it's a good day. Oh, and Larson won both the Michigan races in 2017, so you got the race winner's autograph. That's pretty cool. That would be cool to see a driver pre-race, get the autograph, and then after the race he won it. That'd be really cool. That'd be a heck of an experience. 2020 champion. I made my pick before the season, and my championship 4 was Elliott, Kyle Busch, Harvick. I think my 4th was Logano. Pretty sure my 4th was Logano. And I picked Elliott. You may be looking at the flag in the hat and thinking, whoa, you're biased. But I just think, especially with these first few weeks, it's actually helping me out a ton. But I think he's gotten to the round of 8 every year of his career, except for the first year, I think. He's shown that he can get there. He's shown that he's been close to making it to the championship 4. 2017, if he doesn't get ran over by Hamlin, he's got a really, 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 really good shot at winning Martinsville, making it to the championship. 2018, he was having a great run at Phoenix and crashed out. Last year, do I even need to talk about last year? He has one of the best cars all weekend at Martinsville. and then Axel breaks 50 laps into the race. Texas, he crashes out 10 laps into the race. And then Phoenix, he's having a top 5, top 10 run, maybe can contend for the win, and blows a tire and ends up finishing like 150 points below the cutoff. That's just terrible. And I think this year it all comes together. He makes it. And obviously he's running pretty good at Phoenix this weekend, which is helping out a lot. And I think he can get it done. I think it might be like a Logano year. Like those three, Kyle, Kevin, and Joey might be having a great year, dominate, but I think Elliott shows up and just says, hey, champion. And that would be crazy. Let me tell you, the reaction, I have not had one of my teams or like drivers or anything win a championship in like a major sporting event since 2006, Texas Longhorns college football champions. The Rangers almost won it in 2011 with the what's it called, World Series. They messed that up. Don't remind me. The Thunder, they messed it up, blew a 3-1 lead to the Warriors. Their first finals appearance, they were just too young. But that 2016 team, man, that was the year. And then Texas basketball, they had Durant, and they messed that up. Football team's been so NFL, the Cowboys, they haven't won since the 90s. I feel like I'm missing a team. I probably am. But you know what? It's okay. And then Jeff Gordon, the most I've ever felt close to a championship was 2014. And 2014 was such a fun year. Not just because the racing was great, because Gordon was having an amazing year. And I thought that was it. I thought that was going to be the year that he won the championship. Then good old Brad Keselowski. And in 2015, when he made the championship for Martinsville, that Martinsville win, I've never celebrated a win so much of a NASCAR driver. Jeff Gordon winning, I would always celebrate, but this one was different. I knew it might be the last one, so I had to celebrate extra. I mean, Chase Elliott's first win, I celebrated a good chunk, but man, Gordon's last win, was I happy? I might have cried. Who do you think will go to the 48 car once Jimmy retires? I think Larson. I think Larson too, but with all the rumors going around, I think it's a really good possibility that Keselowski gets it. Have you ever been to a dirt late model race? I have not. About to go to the World of Outlaws tonight. You have fun at that. I've heard those are a blast, Alex Butler. I've heard those are a blast. So I hope you have a really good time at that race, and yeah, just have a great time. What's your least favorite track on the Cup schedule? Ooh, yeah. Not Martinsville, not Bristol. Those are eliminated. Not Texas, because the sentimental value that I have. I've been to a ton of Texas races. First race I ever went to, I could never hold any type of hostility towards Texas. Talladega, not Talladega. I like the majority of the tracks. I feel like it's such a different experience when you go to a race versus on TV. So I think that plays a huge factor into which track. So, I mean, it's going to take me a few decades, but I do want to eventually go to every track on the schedule. But according to sources, I'm hearing that the schedule could change a lot. So who knows? But the tracks I have been to a race at: Charlotte, Texas, Pocono, Watkins Glen, Talladega. Talladega race I went to last year was in the fall. That was the best race I've been to. Blaney winning by inches. There was the flip. Just overall good racing. I had a great experience at the track with the garage experience. The second best race I've been to overall, the Pocono race I went to. First half was a crash fest. Second half was a long green flag run that resulted in a fuel mileage race, and it was the greatest thing ever. Gordon ran 15th all race and ended up finishing third. Like, the leaderboard hadn't updated the last 5 laps because so many guys were running out of fuel. I had no idea who was winning. All I knew was Kyle Busch was leading and that he was out of fuel, like the last lap. Like, you hear all the cars' engines going by, and then you hear just Kyle Busch goes, phew, and it was whistling, and I was like, oh, he's out. Who's in second? And Kenseth came by and stole that sucker. That was a fun race. Watkins Glen 2016, Jeff Gordon's 800th start. I was there. That was a good race. I think that was the race that Danica Patrick led her career high laps. The most laps she ever led in a race. She led like 10 laps. But yeah, for my least, I don't have a least favorite track. That's where I'll leave on that. I will leave that there. I have not determined. I would have to do more research. I cannot say with my mind I have a least favorite track. Drunk Brian France suing Brian. Yeah. I thought I had seen everything. And then Brian France, who has millions of dollars, decides to sue a parody Twitter account. We've seen it all, folks. To Diego, I have made a video about that. I got pretty feisty. I was not the happiest person in that video. I'll try to restrain myself here, but it's just stupid. Like, yeah, it's called Drunken Brian France, and it has a picture of your mugshot. But come on. First off, it says parody in the title of or in the description of what do you want to call it? The Twitter page. And also, what else? Oh, yeah. You did get drunk. You got DUI. So you did that to yourself. Look, I wish the best for him. I really hope if he does have a problem, he gets it better. He gets some help. But this is a stupid lawsuit. Very stupid. That's where I will cut off. You think Kyle Larson will stay another year at Ganassi? I think it's possible. If Brad Keselowski goes to the 48, he definitely does. Whoa. Blake, Coach, Cott. I don't know how to pronounce that. I think the Xfinity race is on right now. Yeah, I'm definitely missing out. But you know what? We'll catch up later. How about that? All right. Come on, load NASCAR.com. Give me the leaderboard. Oh, it's not started. Okay. Yes, I do. I actually do remember Dylan, whatever his last name is. I remember he had one of those weird last names. I used to get him and Brad Keselowski mixed up because they started with a K and they had whiskey at the end. I did a video a couple months back, and it was after Jimmy announced his retirement, and I was basically comparing eras. I was like, this is the end of an era. Let's give an example. Let's look at the 2011 starting lineup of the Daytona 500 and the projected 2021 Daytona 500. But if there's a free agent spot, like the 48, we're not going to fill that in. We're not going to take a guess. And it was crazy. You had like Kurt Busch in the 51, AJ Allmendinger in the 22, Regan Smith. Who else? Joey Logano in the 20. All right. Thanks for tuning in, Diego. Thank you. Have a good day. But then who else? Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, Dale Earnhardt Jr., all these guys who are retired now in there, and it was just weird. Martin Truex Jr. in the 56. It was a weird time. And there were some weird names. There was like what was his name? Jerry something. Jerry Richardson or something. No, I think Brian and Brad are related. I'm pretty sure. I think they're brothers. I'll Google it. It Googles. Yeah, it's Brad's brother. Well, they don't really look like brothers. Huh. But it says they're brothers. I believe the internet. Yep, Brian and Brad are brothers. Favorites for the championship in Xfinity and trucks? Is that what the question is? What was the other thing I was going to? I don't know. I was going to do something with this. But Let's see here. Edit. Yes. We're turning this into also a Chase Elliott pole celebration. All right. There we go. But yeah. Casey Atwood? No, I don't. That name, I've heard it before, but it doesn't ring a bell. What do you think about Tony at Daytona Road Course? Will he win for sure? He's racing at the Indy Road Course. My heart says he's gonna win the race. My heart says Tony's gonna go out there and win the race. My brain says he's gonna get a top 10. I don't think it's a guaranteed win. You got too many guys in there. You got Cindric in there, who's been a pretty good road racer. I'm sure you'll have someone at Penske like Keselowski or Blaney running it. Burton, depending how well he does this season, but I don't know. I don't think. I mean, I think he can win, but I don't think it's a guarantee. Sam Hornish Jr. coming back? Nah, I don't know. He's had so many comebacks. It's hard to say. Yeah, Sam Hornish Jr. did kind of disappear. Wonder what he's up to these days. Good old Sam Hornish Jr. Sam Hornish Jr. Guys, the one true number 9. Like Chase Elliott, you're great and all, but Sam Hornish Jr. is the real true number 9. I remember he ran that number 9 Sonic car, and I love Sonic. Like Sonic is my place. And he ran that car, and I thought that was the best car ever back in like 2015 or something. But yeah, it says he last competed part-time in the Xfinity Series, driving the number 22 Penske Mustang, 2017. So it's been a few years. It says Samuel John Hornish Jr. is an American semi-retired professional auto racing driver. So there you go. He's not retired. He's semi-retired. You see this? The only reason Chase Elliott is number 9 and the only reason he's had success in the Cup Series is because of Sam Hornish Jr. I don't have it here, but back at home, I do have a Sam Hornish Jr. cardboard cutout that is signed. Don't ask why. I just have it. Okay? Like some friends saw it at a grocery store near TMS, and they asked if they could have it, and the store said, yeah, you can have it. And next thing I know, it's sitting on my front porch, and I have a Sam Hornish Jr. cardboard cutout now. I don't think I have a picture of it, but it scares my dog. I can tell you that much. It scares my dog. And if Sam Hornish Jr. comes back, that's gonna be a championship run right there. It doesn't matter which series. Cup, Truck, Formula, IndyCar, it doesn't matter. Sam Hornish in 2. Richard Petty Motorsports. Oh man, Almirola and Hornish at RPM. What a time to be alive. Some of these teams back then just used to be so random. Like, just so random. Like, look where they are now. We got Sam Hornish semi-retired. We got Almirola at Stewart-Haas Racing. Morgan Shepherd, when I made that face swap editing video, when you can like do the face swap that someone made on NASCAR.com, and I made that video, I'm not even kidding. I think it was like 2 hours straight. I was like in tears because I was laughing so hard. I was in tears because like you put Mike Harmon's head and body, and you put Morgan Shepherd's face on there, and it just looks so stupid. It's hilarious. I'm not even kidding. That, and then I put like the Olympics music over it, which I've definitely got a copyright claim on that, which was definitely worth it. It was hilarious. I loved it. It was one of the best things that NASCAR.com has ever made. I absolutely loved it. I just realized I've been drinking this Mountain Dew from Taco Bell while wearing a Mountain Dew hat. I'm not a Mountain Dew spokesman, but if they want to give me some money, I'll take it. Delicious. Dave. Good old Dave. Didn't Dave almost win like the 2012 Daytona 500? Dave. Dave is the GOAT. The Baja Blast. I've never had it. Well, I might have had it. But I like a good old, just normal Mountain Dew. It's good. My favorite soda, though, is Dr. Pepper. I don't think that's a question. Dr. Pepper is just good, high-quality soda. Pepsi over Coke. I like them both, but I like Pepsi more. Mountain Dew, that's good. That's it. That's all I can think of. Yeah, I think the best drink of them all is water. Stay hydrated, kids. And it's been some good questions. I love live streams, especially when people show up, because the questions roll in and you get behind. You can answer so many. It's a good time. And then just seeing some of these names, like Boris said, Sam Hornish, Morgan Shepherd, it just makes me so happy just to talk about them, because I never did. I started this channel in 2017. I didn't get to talk about some of these guys. So getting to talk about some of these guys, it's fun. It's a really fun time. That's why I love these live streams. I don't do them that much, but I love them. And we've had a good few months here, and I was like, you know what? We did a 500 subscriber live stream. I think they deserve another one in the upcoming days. And today is just wide open, so I was like, I'll do one Saturday afternoon. I got time, and I'm sure people will have some amazing questions. Sunkist. I'm not a big fan of the orange sodas. I've had a Fanta. I think it's Fanta. I don't know if that's what it's called. I've had Sunkist, but they're all right. But I prefer a Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew or Pepsi. It's good stuff. Xfinity race about to get underway. Justin Allgaier, that's always a solid pick. Didn't he win there most recently? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna go with the most surprising pick ever. I'm gonna go with Kyle Busch. I was thinking about picking him in the Cups. Oh, I haven't made my freaking. I said I was gonna do it at the beginning of the live stream, but I never did it. Oh man. So I gave my Phoenix preview at the very beginning of this live stream, which was a solid 35 minutes ago. And I talked about the favorites. I said Harvick, Elliott, Kyle Busch. And we'll throw Blaney in there too. Underdogs. DiBenedetto maybe. I don't know. But my race pick, he's been really fast all weekend. Last weekend, I went with the sentimental pick, Jimmy Johnson, when Bowman was the fastest all weekend and Bowman won. Hopefully, I don't jinx him, but I think Chase Elliott wins this weekend. He's going to be my race pick, Chase Elliott, from the pole. I rarely pick pole winners, very rarely, because they don't win that much. But I think Elliott, he's got a really fast car this weekend. Second practice, second fastest in first practice pole run. That's a fast car. If he can stay out of trouble, have some good luck, that's small spoiler. He's going to take the small spoiler to victory lane. As for the Xfinity race, Kyle Busch. I didn't pick him in the Cup Series, and, he's Kyle Busch in the Xfinity Series. But yeah, I saw that Twix car, and I was like, man, I haven't had Twix in a while. I really wanted Twix. And I walked by this vending machine. I saw a Twix and it called my name. So I got myself a high-quality Twix. I feel like I'm just throwing out sponsorship all of a sudden. I'm talking about how Dr. Pepper, I've been drinking a Mountain Dew while wearing a Mountain Dew hat. And now we're talking about Twix. I don't know why I'm doing this, but it's fun. Speaking of, what do you guys think? Just complete honesty. If you need to go to the thumbnail to look at it, what do you think of the Universe car for Elliott? There's just something about the greens and the white. that just don't merge for me. That dark green and that light tealish green, I just don't like it together. Like, it's an all right car, but I just feel like it could be so much better. They ran it with Byron last year too. I don't know. I think they could have done better. They could have tried something else new. You know. Oh, lots of Allgaier picks. Solid 2 of them. That's a good pick. Let's be honest. That's a good pick. You said he won the last race in the fall. He's the most recent winner. He's a veteran. He knows how to win races. That's just a solid overall pick. He is starting 6th. Timmy Hill's starting 30th. Shout out to Timmy. Who else is up there? BJ McLeod starting 21st. Landon Castle starting 16th. Ryan Sieg, he's having a year. He is having a year. Tommy Joe in 28th. Solid lineman. Think Bowman can go back to back? That's a good question. That is a really good question. He has had success at Phoenix in the past, so I'm not questioning that. He dominated that race that he set for Dale Jr., led 190-something laps. So I think he's had the success in the past, but I want to look up his – so this is why I always do – like some people do midweek race previews. I always do mine after practices and qualifying. Like if you just go off straight history and numbers, yeah, that could end up being successful, like just talking about it. But I feel like it's more informative to do a post-qualifying or post-practice preview when you can get more information and you can actually know like who has speed this weekend, who's going to be a favorite. Like if Kyle Busch ran in practices 20th and 27th and qualifies 30th, I'm not going to tell you he's a favorite because he's been garbage this weekend. I could say he has had success in the past and he could for sure go up there and do it, but I don't think this weekend. But he didn't do that. But that's why I do it because, I don't want to tell you he's a favorite and then he goes out and does terrible that weekend. So that's why I do my previews and stuff later in the weekend. Sorry about moving the camera. I was trying to adjust my laptop, and it just didn't go well. Yeah, first practice, we're going back to Bowman. Bowman in first practice. He was 12th. That's not bad. Practice 2, he was 4th. That's better. And then let's go to qualifying. He qualified 8th. I think he's got a top 10 car. I think he could for sure be up there with the way Hendrick's been running this year. I think he for sure could be a contender. But I think he'll end up with the top 10, assuming he avoids any kind of trouble. Xfinity Series, my favorite Toyota drivers are Brandon Jones and Harrison Burton. I like Harrison, and I didn't say this. I've been holding back, but you know what makes me upset? All these NASCAR fans. I'm not saying it's necessarily you guys or everyone, but all these NASCAR fans talk about how they want more emotion from people in the garage area. They want more emotion, and in the instant they show Harrison Burton's mother, like, being emotional for her son's first win, they're like, "Can you stop?" And I'm like, "What is this logic? What are we doing?" But it's whatever. Like, let her be happy for her son. Let her son be happy. It's his first career win. Oh, what a fun time to be alive. Yeah, let's see. We've been on for 45 minutes. It's 3:15. We'll go another 15 minutes or so. So keep up the 10 out of 10 questions. They've been great. It's been fun talking about Boris Said. And yeah, also Chase Elliott pole celebration. So woohoo. First pole of the season. Hopefully it results in a win. Yeah. Also, yes, I forgot to say this. I will be missing most of the race tomorrow. I'll be on the road, so no promises on everything. Tech lost. Gosh, no. They were supposed to win. I didn't want to play them in the Big 12 tournament. Texas is going to end up playing Oklahoma again. They're going to end up playing Oklahoma again, and it's going to suck because we're going to probably end up losing and get a bunch of crap after we beat them on in like a buzzer miracle shot, and it's going to be frustrating. Oh, God. Never mind. Texas is getting killed by Oklahoma State right now at home. Goodbye win streak. It's 13-3, 5 minutes into the game. Well, I love how we just were so hot, and now we're going to get killed to Oklahoma State. If we lose to freaking Oklahoma State, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be a happy parakeet. Going to be a sad parakeet. Yep, Texas is losing. Of course they are. Leave it to Texas to wait to go on some hot streak to make a tournament run and then just suck it up in their last home game against one of the worst teams in the conference. Like, just leave it to Texas. Leave it to them, guys. Just leave it to them. So Texas literally clinches the 3 seed with a win. I don't know who has a tiebreaker. If Oklahoma wins and Texas loses, that's 4 teams at 9-9. I don't know how the tiebreakers work because Texas, for a fact, has beaten all 3 of those teams. Points margin, I know they lose it to West Virginia. I know they beat Tech. I know they lose to Oklahoma. So I don't know what that does. I don't know how the other 3 have split. Man, that would be stupid. So if they could just get their crap together and win, that would just help a lot with my brain and my emotions. Penn State's down 10-0, 5 minutes into the game. You know what? This has been a stupid weekend. Baylor lost to West Virginia. Kansas beat Tech by a solid 4 points. Kentucky almost lost to Florida. Give me a full scoreboard. They have. I thought they lost to Kansas State or something. Oklahoma State, man, we beat them by like double digits and Stillwater. That's just, what are we doing? That's one of those what are we doing moments in life. Let's see. Louisville, Virginia. Tech, I thought they were going to beat Baylor, and I would have really laughed really hard. Wisconsin beat Indiana. Let's go to the Big 12. Since I'm a Big 12 fan, I'm talking to a Big 12 fan. I don't want the American Conference. Who wants the American Conference? Good grief. No offense if you're a fan of a team in the American Conference. It's just I don't care. Oh, my gosh. 18-3. Okay. Well, poop. We're going to be 6 seed and end up getting our butts kicked by Tech or something. Okay. All right. That makes me so happy. Well, poop. You see, the Thunder have yet to disappoint me. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. They're currently the 6th seed. I don't know how. They're competing for a freaking 4 seed. I don't know how. They got a tough stretch coming up, though. I think they have to go to L.A. to play both the L.A. teams. I think they play Milwaukee again. They play somewhere else. They play at Boston. That's going to be tough. And Dallas is only half a game behind us. Dallas has got a pretty easy stretch coming up. I think they got like a home game against Timberwolves or something. So we'll probably drop to the 7, but 7 is the lowest we'll go because the Grizzlies are 8 or 9 games back. So the Thunder are the only team that cannot disappoint me this year. They have yet to disappoint me. Chase Elliott, he has disappointed me. It wasn't his fault, though. It was the valve stem. But, man, what a frustrating time. 50 minutes. Woo, it's a long time. Yeah, we've been at a steady 5 to 10 viewers. I think that's a record for this channel. It doesn't seem like a lot, but that has been a solid record for this channel. So thanks to everyone watching. 10 out of 10. Xfinity race is underway. Even more 10 out of 10. Lakers beat Milwaukee, but Skip Bayless is still going to say we trash. Skip Bayless fell for a fake tweet on Twitter. So we're going to leave that there. Skip. What are we doing? Skip. Keep questions on. It's Q&A about anything. I'm telling you, literally anything. NASCAR, NBA, NFL, the Clone Wars, movies, anything except politics. Nope, no politics. I'm playing Celtics tomorrow. Yep. It just happens to be in Boston too, which is not good. We're on a road trip, and that is unfortunate. What the heck is? You know what? I'm gonna Google this just to make sure this isn't some type of prank into getting me to say something. I do not. I don't know what an airbender is, so we're gonna leave it at that. I see that it's a movie. I've not seen it, so I do not have a favorite airbender. Does Anakin Skywalker count? If he counts an Anakin Skywalker. Mutant Ninja Turtle. That's a good one. I think I've seen some comics, or not comics, cartoons of them. And then I saw the ones with Megan Fox. Talk about some weird movies. Those freaking rat looks way too real. I mean, I guess they're going for the realistic, which I appreciate, but it was weird. I know they're all named after like artists from like the Renaissance. It's like Leonardo, and then there's Donatello. I like the guy with the goggles, the nerdy one. I can't think of his name. Looks like Donatello. I like Donatello. We'll go with him. Interesting fact about myself. I'm a big Star Wars nerd. Does that count? Big Star Wars fan. That doesn't count. Okay, interesting fact about myself. I went to one of Kevin Durant's like youth camps in like 2014, and you get to sit down and take a picture with him. And you know, obviously I'm a big Kevin Durant fan, and I was gonna say something because it was in Norman, and he sat on an OU chair. I was gonna make an OU roast, but I choked because I was just blown away the fact that Kevin Durant was 2 feet away from me, and he had just given me a high five. And then our team ended up winning the championship in our little league division thing, and we got another picture with him. And even though I barely did anything for our team, I think I scored like 2 points in like 3 games. I was pretty happy. Now, I always kept an eye on him. I was like, if he's coming to see our game and I get the ball, I'm pulling something. There's an interesting fact for you. If Josh Williams won an Xfinity race, throw a party. We'll throw a party if Josh Williams wins the race today. No. Golden State should be focused on tanking. If Curry gets hurt again for a long period of time, there are going to be a lot of upset fans. They got Curry, Clay, Andrew Wiggins, and they're going to get the first pick. You sit Curry out. You say that his hand has actually gotten worse in the time that it's healed. You say that Clay will not be back until after the Olympics. And Draymond, it doesn't matter. And you say that Andrew Wiggins has a sore pinky toe and convince people it's a severe injury. Your phone crashed. I'm sorry about that. I hope it's better. Anthony Edwards. Let me look that up. Anthony Edwards. Plays for Georgia. Georgia Bullfrogs. He said he won't sign anything due to coronavirus, so he's afraid of disease. Weakling. I haven't watched him, to be honest. I haven't watched Georgia basketball at all. I've watched Texas, Texas Tech, Kansas, Baylor, who else? North Carolina, Duke. North Carolina's. They should be ashamed of themselves. But yeah. Let's see. Okay. We'll give it another few minutes, and then we will call it a day. Let's see how bad Texas is losing. Will they be closer or farther away? Over under on the score. It was 18-3 earlier. I'm going to take the over. I bet it's 25 now. I was right. It is now a 20-point lead for Oklahoma State. 27-7. Let's go to Twitter to see what the experts think. Jimmy Johnson posted a tweet with an angry first face emoji. This game is ugly. Thank you, Twitter. Hendrick Motorsports is now won a pole in all 37 seasons, competing in the NASCAR Cup Series the most all time. Texas is currently on a 2-0 run. I guess that's when it was 18-0. Oh, man. Brad Keselowski shuts down any retirement rumors, says he thinks he's capable of winning races for another 10 years and plans to do so. Whoa. That's a lot of years. Kyrie being the VP of Players Association. Good for him. I understand people are upset about it, but, you can't do anything about it, so darn. stream stolen this. Then he kicked Spike Lee out. I actually still need to watch that, but leave it to Texas to screw it up. Darn. No, he's the best, dude. He's the absolute best. All right. Well, we will go until 3:35, which is 2 minutes from now, and then we're going to call it a day. Yeah. If that happens, I'll cry myself to sleep. Chris Paul to the Knicks? No. He's worth too much. Knicks have cap space, but they only want power forwards. Remember, they got like 10 of them. All right. Last 1 or 2 questions, if they dare to attempt. Apparently, they didn't even offer Kevin Durant the max because they're the Knicks and they're stupid. I don't care if he's coming off of torn Achilles. He's Kevin freaking Durant. You give him the money he wants. You do not take a pay cut. If anyone opts for a pay cut, it should be Kevin, not the Knicks. The Knicks, in fact, after they made that decision, they should have just shut down the organization. The stupidity is beyond belief. Caution's out. Ray Blackspun. Oh, gosh. Poor Ray. Win Val 88-20's biggest rival in the Xfinity Series on his NASCAR heat mode. All right. Well, it's been a great live stream. We've been on an hour and 4 minutes. This has been one of the best ones we've had. Had a solid 5 to 10 people here the whole time, asking a lot of good questions, bringing back some memories. Races I've been to, Boris said. The Knicks. Texas blowing it. Man, it's been a good day. Brady will stay with the Patriots. Dak. Next question. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thank you to all the subscribers and watchers out there. It seriously does mean a ton. We've had a good past few months here, just with view count, subscriber count. Just keep on climbing that ladder. So thank you to everyone. We're getting closer to 600. We'll probably get another one of these once we hit 600. Try to do it for every 100, and then once we reach 1,000, we'll do some type of special. But yeah, that's what we're going for. We're going for 1,000 eventually. It's a long way from here. So right now, the short-term goal is 600, but eventually 1,000 would be cool. But thank you, everyone who has watched videos or live streams. Thank you so much. Make sure to keep leaving likes. Keep commenting. I love having discussions with you in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, you want to subscribe, go for it. And then sharing with other friends would be 10 out of 10. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. It's been a blast. Thank you. I'll type it just to emphasize it. That's the end of the stream.